What's up, everybody? It's the Alex Leak and Friends NFL podcast, back for another week. I am your host, Alex Leak, and this is the 2019 Week 2 Vikings at Packers episode. Big game in Lambeau as the 1-0 Vikings taking on the 1-0 Packers. Game starts out with Aaron Rodgers hitting running back Jamal Williams for a 15-yard touchdown pass. The Packers start out hot, 7-0 lead early. Vikings kicker Dan Bailey would miss a 47-yard field goal attempt. Then Aaron Rodgers would fire a 12-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Geronimo Allison. Just like that, it's 14-0 Green Bay. An Aaron Jones running back Aaron Jones 2-yard rushing touchdown extends the lead to 21-0 Green Bay early second quarter. But 2 plays later, Vikings running back Dalvin Cook rushes for a 75-yard touchdown to cut the Green Bay lead down to 21-7. The officials take a Vikings touchdown off the board after going to replay and calling offensive pass interference on running back Dalvin Cook, which was a horrible call in my opinion. Get this awful pass interference instant replay rule out of the game. It's counterproductive to the product on the field, and it's a waste of time. In my opinion, it's a complete overreaction to one missed call in the playoffs last year. It's not like we saw a lot of horrendous missed pass interference calls. And this instant replay rule, all it does is take the officials' eyes off of what's actually important, what's actually going on, and puts it over here to, a block in the end zone that they're going to, for some reason, call pass interference on the offense on it, when it had nothing to do with the play. Stephon Diggs beat his man and should have had a touchdown there. I hate the new replay for pass interference. Pass interference should be called live on the field. You shouldn't be able to go back and look at replay and dissect every little, everything that happens on the field. It's unnecessary. It slows the game down, and this is a really bad call that really hurts the Vikings. If they got a touchdown here, this game could have been tied, but instead, the Vikings have to settle for a field goal, and Dan Bailey hits a 31-yard field goal, so the Packers lead 21-10 at halftime in Lambeau. Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins fires a 45-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Diggs, though, after the play, is called for unsportsmanlike penalty after taking his helmet off celebrating the touchdown catch. So 15 yards added to the extra point distance, and then kicker Dan Bailey misses the extra point. So small stuff like that can really affect the outcome of a game. Packers sitting with a 21-16 lead. Then the Vikings late in the fourth quarter on 1st and goal from the Packer 8. Kirk Cousins rolls out right and throws off of his back foot to the back corner of the end zone, where his pass is intercepted by Packers corner Kevin King. Horrible pass by Cousins and horrible situational awareness. The Vikings, that whole drive, had ran the ball with great success, moving down the field. And if they were just patient and keep that up, they could pound the ball into the end zone and take away some of Green Bay's will on defense and turn the momentum in their favor and take the lead. Instead, Cousins, this is both a bad play call to put him in this situation and a horrible pass by Cousins. If no one's open, throw the ball away here. I don't know if he was trying to throw the ball away and it didn't make it off the field, but it was a lame duck throw that kind of floated up in the air and made it possible for the Packers to intercept it. And red zone turnovers are killers in any game, and especially late, down 5, you need a touchdown. I just feel like the Vikings play callers got a little greedy and impatient. Stick with what has been working, and Dalvin Cook and Alexander Mattison running on the Packers was what was happening, was what was working. And they couldn't stop the running game, and instead they take the ball out of Dalvin Cook's hands, put it in Kirk Cousins' hands, and somehow Kirk Cousins throws that pass and it gets picked off. So a big missed opportunity for Minnesota there. Um, so the Packers defeat the Vikings 21-16 in Lambeau Field, and the Vikings fall to 1-1 as the Packers improve to 2-0. Looking at the Packers stats here, Aaron Rodgers threw 22 of 34 for 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a fumble lost. Rodgers has the highest passer rating, 109.5, versus the Vikings of any quarterback in the Super Bowl era. So Rodgers owns the Vikings as far as passer rating goes in these games. Running back Aaron Jones combines for 150 yards and a touchdown. Big game for him. Wide receiver Devontae Adams, 7 catches for 106 yards. That is Adams' career-high receiving yards against the Vikings, 106. Green Bay kicker Mason Crosby kicks 3 of 3 on extra points, doing his job. Looking at the Viking stats, quarterback Kirk Cousins, 14 of 32 for 230 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 turnovers. Turnovers are going to kill you, especially on the road. 2 interceptions and a fumble loss, and a very costly interception at that. So that right there explains why the Vikings lost this game. What kept them in it, what had the Vikings in this game late, was Dalvin Cook, who combined for 191 yards and a touchdown. Cook now has 3 rushing touchdowns on the season compared to 4 in all of last season. So he's out to a great start, getting a lot of yards, being very productive, and the Vikings are much more balanced on offense. But you got to remember, situational offense, late in the fourth quarter, it's just as important to keep your offensive game plan the same and keep doing what got you to that point and what you do best. Vikings receivers Adam Thielen catches 5 for 75 yards. Stephon Diggs catches 1 for 49 yards and a touchdown. I think the Vikings got to get Stephon Diggs more involved in the game, but him taking his helmet off in a touchdown celebration and getting 15-yard penalties is not going to help him get more balls thrown his way. But a great talent nonetheless. Kicker Dan Bailey for the Vikings goes 1 of 2 on field goals and 1 of 2 on extra points. So a big win for the Packers at home. They improved to 2-0. Next up will be the 0-2 Broncos at the 2-0 Packers. Packers are in prime opportunity to get to a 3-0 start on the year if they can win against Denver at home against Vic Fangio and the Broncos, Joe Flacco and the Broncos. So we'll see if the Packers can improve to 3-0. The Raiders at 1-1 will be at Minnesota in Week 3, who is also 1-1. The Vikings looking to get to 2-1 with a home game against the Raiders coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'll keep these coming out weekly. Big win for the Packers, like I said. We'll see if the Vikings can get it together. I like the balanced offense they've been running. Keep Dalvin Cook, keep feeding him, and we'll see what the future holds in the NFL. So Week 3 coming up soon. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and keep tuning in. All right, guys. Peace out.